Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and today we are gonna go through this incredible mega trip I have booked using about 500,000 points. At the moment, just under 500,000 points. The final total will probably be a little bit over 500,000. With the value at the moment, what we booked so far, $11,500. Total value should end up $12,000 to $13,000 for that trip. And we're going away basically for 2 months. We're going to the UK, Japan, Taiwan, then back to the UK via Dubai. It's going to be pretty incredible trip, and I'm going to basically tell you all the flights and hotels we've booked, how much points we used, how much money we spent, how much we would have saved, etc. A little bit of a flex, but also it's kind of going to give you a little bit of inspiration to show you what you can do if you follow the tips that we talk about on our channel to learn how to accumulate points on credit cards and use those points to book amazing luxury travel experiences. All right, so let's go. So let's start off with the flight. Now the flight, I'm afraid it's not a luxury flight. We're just flying from Newark to London. Okay, our first flight, British Airways economy. Now we spend 69,000 or just over 69,000 BA avios for Mrs. Credit Shifu and Baby Credit Shifu number one. And then I paid for mine with cash or with a credit card, but with money. So I spent $900. So I'd have earned 2,700 Chase points because I used the Sapphire Reserve on that booking. The reason I paid for mine rather than using points is because I want to try and build up to silver status. I was bronze status. I got kicked back down to blue status because I kept booking so many points, so many flights on points instead of paying for them. So I don't even get business class check-in anymore. I have to queue up with the peasants. Anyway, I want to try and get up to silver, which is what gets me lounge access. So yeah, I paid for mine. And just in case you're wondering, that whole itinerary would have cost $3,226 if it had been paid all in cash. Now in London, we will be staying with my parents for Christmas, but we are staying one night in a luxury hotel, and that is the Intercontinental Park Lane, an IHG hotel. Now this hotel is beautiful. It's right by this arch. I forget what this is called, but it's really famous. Okay, Park Lane. You've got the Dorchester on Park Lane, a lot of other nice hotels down there. If you have a look at some photos, it looks like it's probably the most exclusive hotel of our whole trip. And if you were to book this hotel per night, it costs over $900 US. That's over 700 British pounds just for one night. And we are spending 70,000 IHG points. This was part of the sign-up bonus on the IHG credit card. We got that amazing sign-up bonus, the over 100,000 points and 4x back for a whole year, etc. There is now a new sign-up bonus. I think it's 80,000 points. We'll put that in the description if you are interested in IHG card. A lot of the hotels that we're booking are going to be using IHG points to redeem. And this one, 70,000 points a night. So you could potentially get this, one night here with the sign-up bonus. Anyway, it looks like a beautiful hotel. It's actually built on the site of the Queen's first residence. I don't really care for that. I don't really care for the Queen. I think they're a sketchy bunch of people anyway. But yeah, let's move on. So next we are flying from London to Taipei via Dubai. And this ticket was booked with cash. It's booked on a credit card. It was $2,000 US. We used the Amex Platinum, so we earned 10,000 Amex points from this booking. Now, if you're wondering why are we going via Dubai, well, we don't want to do a trip where we have like a 15-hour flight with 2 kids, all right? So we're breaking it up. We have a 6-hour stopover in Dubai on the way there. So we're going to check out Sleep and Fly Dubai, which is sort of, they call it a cross between a hotel and airport lounge. It's basically a place you can go and sleep for like 2 or 3 hours. They accept priority pass. I recommend probably you do need to book ahead because I imagine it would get quite busy, get booked up. And there are also a load of other lounges at the Dubai airport, DXB. So we will probably be checking out a few of those. So expect lounge review videos from Dubai. And then we're going to Taiwan. Now for our first night in Taiwan, I just booked a hotel through Chase Ultimate Rewards that's close to the train station because that's where we're going to be taking the train the next day. It cost us a bit over 13,000 points. And the cash price would be a little bit over $200. So you can see we are using the Chase Sapphire Reserve because you get the extra 0.5 of a cent or extra 50% bonus, so your points are worth more. I do really like booking hotels through the Chase Travel Portal with the CSR because you get good value. And it's pretty much as much value as you'd get out of hotel points normally anyway. So it can be easier to book through the portal sometimes, although certain hotels, the pricing is different, but Sometimes it works out okay. Cosmos Hotel, I'll put some pictures of it. It looks reasonably luxurious, but it's not something I'm especially looking forward to. Next day, we're going to take the high-speed rail, probably business class. Business class is very reasonably priced, so it's fine for just booking with money, with a credit card. There's no rewards program, I don't think. So we'll take that down to another city and then come back a few days later. In that other city, we're just staying at someone's house. Come back a few days later, and we then got a couple of nights at the Sheraton Grand Taipei, and this is using the free nights on 2 Marriott credit cards we have. So I have the old SPG card, now the Marriott Bonvoy American Express, the modern art one. Mrs. Credit Shifter also has a Marriott credit card. They both give annual free nights, and Marriott allows you to book hotels up to 35,000 points. Now, in the US, that might mean something quite basic, like, quite mediocre. But in Asia, that definitely means reasonably luxurious, okay? And 35,000 points, it gets you the Sheraton Grand in Taipei. Very, very nice hotel. I'll just put a couple of shots on screen. You got the pool, you got the rooms, suites. Obviously, we're not staying in a suite, we're staying in a regular room, but I'll put up, an assortment of photos. You guys can check it out. Then after that, we'll be moving hotel to another hotel that is the one I'm most excited about, where we're staying 5 nights, or is it 4 nights? It's either 4 or 5 nights, costing a little over 108,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. So again, booking through the portal. The value in money would be over $1,600, $1,600 for these 5 nights. And that is the Regent Taipei. Now this hotel, it's pretty cool. It was actually featured in the movie Lucy by Luc Besson, shot in Taiwan in 2014, released in 2014. At the time, I've actually been to this hotel before, and at the time I did a little bit of a skit in the lobby acting out some of the scenes from that movie for one of my Chinese shows that I did back then when I was doing a Chinese language YouTube show. So I'll put some scenes of that on screen. It's pretty funny. But anyway, this hotel, when I booked it, I didn't realize that that was the hotel, but it is, and it's called the Regent. It's an IHG hotel. So again, this time we didn't actually book with IHG points, even though I saw it on the IHG website. We booked with Chase points through the portal. And the cool thing about this rate is that this hotel actually includes breakfast. The rate we paid includes breakfast for 5 days, and their breakfast bar looks amazing. The rooms look really cool as well. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to staying at this hotel. It's probably the one I'm looking forward to most out of our time in Taiwan. Now, after we check out of this hotel, we are then going to fly to Japan, and this is a business class flight. It's Japan Air Sky Suites, which I booked. Now, I do have another video explaining exactly how I did this booking, going into a lot more detail. So I won't, put that many details of it here, other than it cost us 136,000 BA avios to book. The cash price would be over $2,300 US if you booked it with cash. And also, when you're booking things like this, do just make sure that the plane that you're going on does have the business class that you want. When I booked it, I discovered that I'd booked only the good business class one way. On the plane coming back, it was just something that looked more like a US domestic first class, like they have on American Airlines, just big seats, right? Not fully flat beds in suites. So I actually phoned up, British Airways within 24 hours of a booking. You can normally phone up and change it with no fee. So I phoned up the next morning and I changed the flight on the way back. So I have Sky Suites business class there and back. Very, very cool. Now in Japan, in Tokyo, we'll stay at a friend's house, but then we're going to Kyoto. I'm actually going to stay at the Crowne Plaza, another IHG hotel. We've talked a lot about IHG hotels in this video. And that is 30,000 points a night. So we're staying 2 nights, so it's 60,000 points. And it would cost $674 for those 2 nights if we were to pay it with money. The hotel looks amazing, a lot of traditional buildings around it. You can see a waterfall from the restaurant. It certainly does look very, very cool. So we're very excited about that. Then we're taking business class back to Taiwan. Now, when we get back to Taipei, we use another free night at the Grand Hyatt Taipei. Now, the Grand Hyatt is right next to Taipei 101. It used to be the tallest building in the world until that one in Dubai was built, but it's right next to it. And this hotel, it's a category 4. So if you know anything about Hyatt credit card, on their credit card, the free night, you can use it up to category 4. So obviously, if you want to maximize it, use category 4. If the city you're going to doesn't have a category 4, then you probably want to choose the next highest category. So if there's category 3, stay in that. But in order to maximize the value, category 4. And the price that you'd have to pay if you paid cash for this hotel would be $204 for that night. So the annual fee on the Hyatt credit card, I think it's $89. It's certainly less than $100. I think it's $89. So we're getting over $100 in value out of the free night. So basically we're just doubling, we're getting the whole annual fee back and then another $100 on top of that. So that's what we call a sock drawer card. You can put it in a drawer, just use the free night once a year and you've made money. Awesome. Moving on. And lastly, we then have a few more nights in Taiwan. Now it's Chinese New Year, so we haven't decided what we're doing for that yet. We may end up staying in the DoubleTree in Taipei, which might feel like a little bit of a step down, but hey, we're experiencing so many amazing 5-star hotels. I think I'm cool. So we'd be using Hilton points for that. And the points we use will take our total to just over 500,000 points. I think right now we've spent 457,000 points on this trip. So a few more nights at the DoubleTree in Taipei, that would take us over 500,000. And the cash value of the trip, as we've booked it so far, is 11,588 points. We've probably only spent about $3,000 just for the flight to Taipei via Dubai, and then also for the British Airways flight, my flight to London. Everything else has been done on points. So basically an $11,500 trip for about $3,000, a little over $3,000 plus 500,000 points. It's not bad. And guys, you can expect a load of hotel reviews, airport lounge reviews, business class Sky Suites review while we're on a trip. We'll still be uploading videos while we're away. It's just some of them will be shot a little bit before. I've been shooting a few over the last month or so, kind of preparing them. We'll shoot a few in the UK as well. So it'll be every other video. We'll be alternating between ones we're shooting on our travels and ones that we've prepared before. And we'll still try to cover all the usual breaking news stuff. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments about this, please leave a comment below. I'll leave the IHG card below. That has a 80,000 point sign up bonus currently. Not as good as the previous bonus, but still actually pretty good. You can still get quite a lot of value out of that. I'll also leave a link to the Inc Business Preferred, which has a 80,000 chase point sign up bonus, which is huge value, over $1,000 in value. So if you are interested in that card as well, feel free to have a look. They are affiliate links, they help out our show. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please subscribe if you're new. See you next time. Bye-bye.